Hey there, language lovers! Today we're diving into a super important part of English grammar, referring to nouns. Basically, we'll learn how to clearly point out and talk about nouns in sentences. Whether you've ever struggled with words like both, neither, either, none, or had trouble with articles like a or an and the, or want to get better at possessives, quantifiers, and demonstratives, this video is just for you. Stick around till the end for some handy IELTS and TOEFL practice that will really help you get it. Let's jump in. These words like both, neither, either, none help us talk about two or more things, each with its own meaning. Both means two things together and always used with plural nouns. For example, both of them are married. Neither means not one or the other of two options, usually followed by a singular verb. Pay attention to this example. Neither person knew very much about Envisat before the conference. How about either? Either shows a choice between two things. For instance, I don't want where we go. Either restaurant is fine. How about none? None means not any from a larger group. Pay attention to this sentence. None of our countries is or are able to ignore the implications of global warming. How about articles? There are two kinds of articles that help us specify nouns. Number one, a or an, and the. About a or an, we can use with singular, countable nouns when you mention something for the first time. For example, I'd like to talk to you about an exciting development. How about the? Use these when the listener or reader already knows what you are talking about. For example, about this sentence, Envisat is a fully equipped observation satellite. How about possessives? Possessives show ownership. We have possessive adjectives my, your, his, her, its, our, or their. For example, their children are very talented. How about apostrophe s form? Used with singular and some plural nouns. For example, my parents' house is beautiful. How about quantifiers? Quantifiers, like each, focuses on individual members of a group, usually with a singular verb. About this sentence, each of the students gave the teacher a present. How about every? Every talks about the whole group together. For example, every citizen will have access to precise information about changes in the environment. How about zero article? Sometimes we don't use any article when talking about plural or uncountable nouns in general. For instance, scientists study the environment. We don't have any article about this sentence. How about demonstratives? Demonstratives like this, that, these, those show how close or far something is. How about spatial proximity, near or far? For things that are near, we use this or these. I like these pictures. About things that are farther away, we use that or those. For example, I prefer those pictures. How about temporal proximity? For times close to now, we use this. For example, we say, I'd like to talk to you this morning. About times further away in the past, we use that. For instance, my mother called me later that day. And let's talk about some IELTS exercises and TOEFL even. For example, fill in the blanks with the right demonstrative. This, that, these, or those. For example, I'd like to talk to you morning about our upcoming project. What's the answer? This or that? Which one? Yeah, the correct form is this. This morning. I'd like to talk to you this morning about our upcoming project. How about this sentence? The total cost of the program is $2 billion over 10 years. Included in a sum are operational costs. This or that? Exactly. The answer is that sum. How about TOEFL exercises? Complete the sentences with the correct demonstrative. Books belong to Ria and Paria. These or those? Exactly. These books belong to Ria and Paria. How about this one? Idea deserves more attention from the committee. That idea deserves more attention from the committee. And that's a wrap on our quick guide to referring to nouns. If you have any questions or want me to explain something more, just drop a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more helpful lessons. See you next time.